Welcome to the Cult Classic Horror Show. Every week, you can have the conversations you've always wanted to have about the films you love.
Shut up!
We're gonna get you. Not another peep.
Get rid of your distractions and prepare yourself.
Then lock your door. 5, 6, crucifix.
You got a big surprise coming to you. You're not going anywhere.
Welcome everybody to the Cult Classic Horror Show. Danny Bonin here with you.
And Scotty Bonin here with you.
We are the Blood Brothers. And?
O'Neillio.
See, when we're not in the same room, it doesn't work.
Well, we have a way that it goes in like timing wise.
Yeah,
we usually always do it the
but
same
it still
way.
didn't work. We're just happening. Scotty's at his house and I'm at mine. It just doesn't work.
It works, but we just need to have the timing right. We have to have that feel, you know?
I guess.
The feel for it.
But there's a delay when you hear me slightly, so the feel is different for you than it is for me.
Ah, man. We need to feel the delay then.
Feel it right in the nethers.
Right in the nuts. Are we recording?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well, why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we be recording?
Well, we weren't recording last time, Danny.
Well, I was, but the call recorder was fucking it up.
Is it working now, though?
Well, it looks like it's working. Yeah.
All right. Good. We're working. I'm at my house with the microphone. It's pretty cool. Hopefully you guys can hear me good.
All right. The jizz.
The jizz.
The stuff.
The foamy jizz.
Rob didn't like this movie.
No, and I take full responsibility, unfortunately, because I recommended it. This is one of those movies where I've seen the cover like in all the movie stores. I never saw it as a kid. The movie cover was way better than the movie. Like the art department did a really good job with that. It wasn't terrible. It's just it was kind of boring to me. I don't know. It's just kind of a letdown.
Yeah, it was a letdown. I mean, the cover is badass with the guy screaming and white shit coming out of his mouth and his hands up and his coming out of his eyes. But yeah, it was okay.
This movie's about consumerism. It's just like, well, I mean, give me some gore. Like,
I wanted some more gore. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the little bit of special effects they had were actually pretty cool, but then there wasn't enough of that, and then like other effects they had weren't cool at all. Like the stuff in the pit in the quarry was really fake, you know?
Yep.
Like that wasn't very cool. Sometimes when the stuff showed up, it didn't look that great, but like the actual people special effects were pretty good. I thought were pretty cool.
Yeah, the giant lake quarry stuff was obviously super imposed images and animation, so that was yeah. We've seen a lot of that in some of these older horror movies, so but it was still, I don't know. We got the idea, but he was like, "Oh God, here we go."
The stuff,
1985.
I want to know who just walks up to something bubbling out of the ground and just puts it in their mouth.
Yeah. I have the same note. That's the last fucking thing I would do.
In the very beginning, he's like, "Oh, it's food." I'm like, how do you know it's food?
I thought I had missed something. Because, you hit play. I watched it on Amazon with the Shudder subscription,
Me too.
I think. And you hit play, and it's like immediately,
right away.
Oh, what's this stuff in the... Oh, it's delicious. You're like, did I back up? Like, what? And I was on painkillers for my back. So I'm like, man, my back's been so messed up, and I've been on, like, muscle relaxers. My wife got mad at me last night, and I think you guys will appreciate it, though. I watched a quality movie last night, but I watched it 4 times because I kept passing out like 30 minutes into it, and I'd wake up like, oh, what the fuck? And I'd go back and I'd just restart the movie over again, and by about like, I don't know, by 2:30 in the morning, up and down, grabbing the remote, my wife's like, I can't. Turn the fucking TV off. You're not going to watch this movie. This is the 4th time I've watched this movie.
I've seen it already today.
What movie was it?
It was a True Grit, the Coen Brothers remake.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic movie, and well, apparently I've never seen it all the way through yet, even though apparently my wife's seen it 4 times. So, but no, I felt it was like a good stay-at-home, banged-up kind of like movie, and it was the first 45 minutes are amazing, but I just keep passing out.
It's a good movie to watch when you have 2 bulge discs in your back.
Yes, multiple bulge discs.
Bulging dicks in your ass? What?
That's right. But I did have to watch this stuff like that because the movie kind of jumps around. It's like poof, all of a sudden he's like looking for Chippy Charlie or whatever, the chocolate chip guru.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why did he jump him?
Yeah.
Like, and why is he?
And why does he say he has?
Why is he dressed up like he's on a Jamaican vacation?
And why does
where the fuck am I?
Why does he supposedly have ninja hands of steel, lethal weapon skills, but the main guy can beat him up at will?
Yeah, the main guy, Mo, whatever his name is,
Mo Rutherford.
They call me Mo because every time I get some, I want some Mo. It's
I don't.
Son of a bitch.
I don't know if it was a character choice to play him. He's either a really good actor or a really bad actor, and I can't tell which. So maybe
I couldn't either.
It just depends on if he was playing the character that way on purpose, then he's a good actor. But if that's just how he is in real life, he's not a good actor.
I thought he was like the bad guy at first.
He looks like he's been in a lot of stuff, but I guess he really hasn't. But he looks so familiar.
Yeah, I don't know.
Moriarty, he has like that southern like twang accent and just like laid back, and like I thought he was like the kingpin of this stuff, like the bad guy, but he's the undercover guy.
He is really laid back the whole time, and the way he delivers his lines, and you're right, Rob, that they switch from situation to situation so fast that what it made me think while I was watching it is that they just cut a bunch of shit from the movie. Like it used to be 3 hours long, and they just cut a bunch out, and it didn't flow exactly right after that.
Yeah, no, the cover of this movie, and I think somebody commented on it in the group, and that's what got me going. But it looks so good. Like I wanted eyes exploding and like weird foamy jizz coming out and people melting, and it really like wasn't. It was they all of a sudden he's on a yacht, like you said, like with all these guys, and it's like what? Like the ice cream conglomerate? Like is this like okay? John Carpenter did They Live. And that was a big political statement about consumerism and the shadow government and everything. This is like ice cream's bad. Like, I don't know. I just can't really get behind. I like ice cream, so it's like I really just couldn't get behind this. And then they did pour chocolate chips, man, so wrong. They took his money and all this stuff. It's a really, really strange movie. And then all of a sudden he pops up and he steals that kid. Like, it's like, get in the car. I saw it move too. It's like, well, how do you know that that's what the kid's up to?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, this could be just some random runaway. Like, you're going to jail, man. You can't just steal children.
I guess he saw the newspaper article that is the guy's
and recognized the kid. Well, I guess he was running from the house. I don't know.
Yeah.
Either it's dark. It's 1985. Like, you can't just be scooping up children. There's something wrong with that.
Yeah, that guy's pretty smooth. He could talk his way out of anything.
Yeah, my name's Mo.
Chocolate.
That's all he has to say.
Yeah, Mo.
Yep.
Mo Rutherford. Yeah, he was just.
They called me Mo because when you've already given me a couple children, I want some Mo.
That's right.
You know, my middle name's Mo.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Not Judd.
I always want more children after you've given me a couple, and I've fiddled with their little brown eyes, and twiddly dink, and I've twiddly dinked their diddles.
Yes.
Oh my twiddly dinky. Yeah, Chocolate Chip Charlie, Garrett Morris. He looks very familiar. He's been in a lot of things. He's still working a lot right now. Even he recently was an Ant-Man and This Is Us TV show. He's like the black guy that appears that has all those like one-liners.
I like to use their little 3-inch penises as a toothbrush, and I like to really get in the gums and the cracks, and then you can't stop without brushing your tongue real hard, like. So that
see Mo Rutherford is comparable to Judd because he has that southern like laid back accent too, just like Judd.
Yeah.
And but yeah, he's I don't know, his character was okay in this. I don't know.
He was all right. It was okay.
And the kid's dad, the kid comes downstairs to get a treat in the middle of the night, and the dad's mean as fuck to him.
I know. I'm like, your son.
Yeah, he's going a little bit too far with that.
Kid just wants a snack, for God's sakes.
Yep. Yeah, I thought that was a little ridiculous.
Don't ever do that again. Like, calm down, Dad.
I keep going to comment, and then I keep getting Commando mixed up in my mind because I just watched that too because we're doing Cult Classic Action later today.
Yeah, Commando's paused on my TV right now. I'm going to finish it.
Me too.
This afternoon before we do the evening program.
So you guys that aren't patrons, go sign up at the $5 or more level, and you can have bi-weekly episodes of Cult Classic Action, where tonight we will be talking about Commando. Well, I say tonight, but like
Schwarzenegger.
It was like last night if you're listening to this Thursday morning. Right now it's like Wednesday midday.
That's right.
Yes.
Oh no.
Although so far I am enjoying Commando.
Yes. Very cheesy, bad acting, but good.
Yeah, a little bit better acting than the stuff, probably though.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. They were both.
I liked Mo and Charlie, the chocolate jazz man, but that was probably about it when it came to the actors.
Yeah, just this story. Something's just wrong. He goes in to meet that director lady, and like instantly bangs her. There's no story surrounding how they got together, because then almost right after that he confesses to her that I'm not really in petroleum, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this, and she doesn't care at all. She's like fully on board with trying to debunk the stuff. I'm like, what? We're missing something here. She would be out of there and yelling at him.
Yeah, she'd be pretty upset about this whole situation.
And he like ruined her whole commercial and like stopped everything, and she's like okay with it.
Yeah. It was really weird.
And I like how they're always constantly like, oh, make sure you check him out. What's his name? It's this. He gives everybody that name. Eventually, like you would figure somebody would check him out and be like, oh, he's this dishonorably discharged ex-FBI guy who's some kind of mercenary for the ice cream conglomerate. Like,
yeah, he gives everyone the same name.
He never gives anybody an alias, ever.
Yeah. Exactly. It is kind of weird. Like that happens like quickly too. Like, wait, he's a petroleum guy, but he's hired by the ice cream company to investigate the stuff. Like, I didn't like catch all that right off the bat, and then it finally like popped in.
Scotty just got an email. I just heard it.
You heard my email?
Yeah. Everyone can hear your emails coming in.
My stuff on silent. I thought here, silent it.
Yeah, I don't understand why the guy's dog hated him. I thought they were both eating the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either, and that was some pretty weak special effects on that one.
Oh, the dog! You see, like the fake dog, and then you go back to the real dog. It was like right away.
and the real dog was as sweet as could be, and you could tell like even I guess like the animal wrangler couldn't even get him to be mean.
Yeah.
He's like, no, and then they just have like a fake dog head in one scene, then it cuts right back to the dog like, man, what's wrong, buddy? Like, is everything okay?
Yeah.
with white stuff coming out of his mouth, and it looks like shaving cream or whatever.
And then
Actually, yeah.
I guess when the stuff is in you or whatever, you're as fragile as like porcelain because when they're
Yeah, their
punching
faces
them,
just kind of like get caved in.
yeah, they just fall apart.
And then when it goes out of you, you fall apart too. It's just like dust blood.
Yeah, I didn't really understand it. I guess it eats your insides and makes you very fragile,
Yes.
sort of
And
like
that's why
Rob's
you keep
emotional
eating it.
state.
You need it to keep living.
Rob has back pain. He's very fragile right now.
Dude, I am so fucking fragile right now. I gotta go pick my daughter up from school in about probably about like 45, 50 minutes, and like it's gonna take me like 10 minutes to crawl across the house to get into the car. Like it's just I'm dying. It's over.
Send help.
Yeah, send help now. So I'm just gonna start texting people.
Oh man,
It says
Nobody cares about me.
old man Rob, you should just sit on your porch and yell at kids.
Dude, I would if it wasn't like 40 degrees outside. Now I'm definitely an old man. The cold weather came in. It's like, oh, damn it, it's cold. Now it's giving my back fits now that it's cold.
40 degrees. I didn't even think it ever got that cold in where you're at in Tallahassee.
Shit. Not supposed to. It was like 31 degrees this morning.
What?
really in Tallahassee.
Yeah, and we don't get like snow. We don't get the fun stuff. It's just fucking cold.
We got tons of snow this last week.
Well, I don't know if they did in Longmont. We were up in Breckenridge.
Up in the mountains, at least. Yeah.
We were up in Breck for Thanksgiving.
Of course you were up there, just living the dream. up there in Aspen,
We weren't in Aspen, where the beer flows like wine.
Where the
the beer flows like wine.
No,
French raisins.
we were up in Breckenridge. Yeah, and there was Scotty left, but then we got like 2 feet of snow while I was up there, and
Yeah.
yep, and then I hit a shit ton of traffic the next morning on the way back.
Yeah, and we should have skied that day, but
Yeah, I tried to get Big Scott to go the day. Well, I mentioned it the day it was storming. Yeah, because it had snowed the day before, but then it really snowed the next day. And while it was really snowing, I was like, "Let's go." He's like, "No."
I definitely would have gone with you. We went though 2 days before I left, or a day before I left, which was nice. It was still good skiing.
You can
The
go.
best Thanksgiving in like 10 years up there.
Rob, you can go at like 2 p.m. They close at 4, but you can go at 2 p.m. for the discounted price of like $70.
Ooh.
Per lift ticket,
If you
instead
go-
of $130.
$147 was the day rate.
Jeez.
Jesus.
$147 for one full day of skiing at Breckenridge.
That's why you gotta get
That
past.
sounds a little pricey. It snows all over Colorado. You just need to go you can just go anywhere where there's a hill.
Yeah, but then
People
you
do
got to
that.
walk back up it.
People backcountry and do that, but if they're smart, they park a truck at the bottom of the hill and then drive back up to the top of the hill. And you have to switch off driving.
That's
I think
true.
it's worth it.
That's true.
On my way home, I left on a Wednesday night, and they stayed up there. And on my way home, Liz was driving because I had a few drinks at dinner, and we hit a deer going like 70, full straight on. Fucked up my 4Runner, man.
You just got it. Like you just like
Just got
you-
what? His 4Runner?
4Runner.
Like
It
4
is-
years ago?
Well, that was because he destroyed his other one, right? You got
Yeah.
into a wreck, and then
Yep.
Liz keeps wrecking her. I wouldn't. There's something. There's
Dude.
something up with you people.
But it didn't total it. It's at the body shop right now. It's getting fixed. So it was just the passenger side. Luckily, I had that big grill on there, and I had to pull deer hair out of it. The poor deer probably died instantly. It was the craziest thing that happened, man. I just like jumped right out in front of us.
Scotty's bawling like a little girl.
Oh, I was so sad for the deer. and
You were crying for the deer.
I teared up a little bit, and then not too bad. Liz was more of a mess than I was crying wise.
If she was so upset, why'd she kill the poor thing?
I know. I was just yelling because I was so pissed and traumatized by it. And then I saw the front of my car. I'm like, fuck! My car too.
But if they had been crying over the Forerunner, fuck that deer.
Yeah, I was crying over the Forerunner and the deer. Oh man, it sucked so bad.
That deer knew what it was doing.
Yeah,
It was suicide mission.
Deer
It
in the
was, trying,
headlights.
it was trying to come after you and your family.
Yeah. Luckily, it hit my big Foreigner and not a family of four in like a little Honda Civic.
I know we're still not talking about the stuff, but I think I witnessed a death scene last night.
What?
How did you do that?
Dude.
Oh, I saw it too. The car in flames on 119.
Oh, was it in flames when you drove by it?
No, it was in flames, but the fire. I mean,
Was it
I
a
didn't
car
see
or a
it.
truck?
It was a truck.
Okay, so I drove by later last night, 119, and there's this semi that's like diagonal in the road, and they had the whole side of that road, the whole lane shut off, the whole road shut off.
I saw the same thing.
And then there's a truck, sort of like a Chevy, four-door truck, just like from the headlights back, like flat, like the whole top was just sheared off and hanging off to one side.
It was charred too.
And-
it was up in flames.
And the semi was right there, like no damage to the semi. So someone just fucking got like decapitated.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God.
I can't.
Yeah.
I drove by that and I was like, oh, someone died. Holy shit!
Yeah. Oh, someone definitely died.
I was like, wow.
They had the whole highway blocked off.
I don't know if I've seen a car fucked up that much. Literally, like the whole top half was sliced off and folded over, hanging off to one side.
Yeah.
Dude, that's insane.
Oh, it was crazy. Anyways, back to the stuff.
So here's what the stuff is, which makes you empty, like an empty shell. It's an organism that gradually takes over your brain. This is the definition for it. And then it mutates those who eat it into bizarre zombie-like creatures before consuming them from the inside and leaving them empty shells of their former selves.
Isn't that what marriage does?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm just joking. I'm part of a happy marriage.
So
We're starting to see some holes in that now. Lately.
So the scene in the motel where the stuff comes out of the mattresses and pillows and attacks the man like on the wall, and he goes on the ceiling and all that stuff. It was shot in an upside down room, just like Nightmare on Elm Street with Johnny Depp.
Yes.
It was the exact same room that they used for Nightmare on Elm Street.
It was the exact same room?
Yep, because Nightmare on Elm Street was shot the year before.
And they built that room on like a thing that turns, I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Because they had that scene where she's all over the wall and the ceiling, too.
It's a room that turns upside down, allowing, and then it allowed the stuff to move up and down the wall as the guy was, It looked like he was getting shot up at, but he was
they
actually
used the
upside down.
same room. Stella's in your chair across the desk, putting headphones on, trying to talk into the mic right now.
Oh,
But I unplugged the mic so we won't be able to hear her.
I can hear her.
I hear.
I'm sorry, Stella. I can't put them on. We're recording right now.
It's so cute.
Oh, I should have left it plugged in because she'll get all up close and start singing Baby Shark.
Oh no.
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it.
Baby shark.
Do.
Oh God.
I'm so glad my kids were past that.
What's wrong with Baby Shark? Can you sing Baby Shark? Go ahead, your turn. You can hear her from there?
Oh yeah. I heard shark doo doo.
Yeah. Alrighty. This is how exciting the stuff is. We're listening to Stella sing Baby Shark.
Stella could have watched this
Did
stuff.
Stella watch the stuff with you?
No, Shannon didn't even watch it with me. I wanted her to.
Ah.
Can you come get your daughter?
We're doing important podcast stuff
Mom,
right now.
we're on the podcast, Mom.
Mom.
She's talking. I really want to plug this microphone in, but I don't think any of our fans give a shit at all.
They want to hear about the stuff.
Oh, I heard it. I heard shark to do again.
See,
Stella just needs to come on and sing the shark song. That's
Yeah.
better than Stella.
that'd be entertaining.
Your turn. It's your turn. Go ahead. Sing.
Baby shark.
Yay. Keep singing. Go ahead. It's your turn. Sing. I had to do it. I plugged her mic in. Here. You can put these on.
You're gonna plug your mic in now.
Okay, sing.
I go down.
Stella, what do you
Stella's
think of the stuff? Can you hear Uncle?
Hey Stella, it's Uncle. How are you?
Can you sing for Uncle? Go ahead.
Can you?
Shark.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Sing. It's your turn.
It.
Okay, you're gonna be done now.
Okay. If you're not contributing to the podcast, Stella, you're going to have to leave.
Yep. Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Okay, got it. Test. Whoops. Wrong mic.
See it.
All right, there's the right mic. Sorry, I plugged her mic in and not mine. Alrighty.
No worries.
All right.
See, it would have been better if the guy got shot at the wall and there was blood that got sucked into the bed like Johnny Depp did with his character Glenn.
Yeah.
And blood mixed in with the white stuff, but we didn't see a lot of blood in this.
No, God, Stella. God, Shannon. I don't know where she went. She must be taking care.
She's leaving you.
People, if you want to launch a podcast, put it in an office that has a door on it.
I don't know why you don't have a door on your office.
Dude, there's an archway into my office. There just was never a door on it.
My office has a door and it's shut right now. That's why it's so silent in my room.
Yeah. So.
Besides my emails that you hear.
Anyways, so yeah, that's interesting. They use the same room though. They like special built that on some kind of turny thing, where in Nightmare on Elm Street it would turn all the way around over and over, and they just had the camera. They just had the camera like mounted so that it would turn with it. So that's how they did. Dude. All right, she's gone. Shannon just took her.
I just hear
running around the room.
Here in the back, I just hear jingles in the background.
Oh, she has jingle bells with her, those little sleigh bells.
I just hear jingling, and she is just so happy. I just hear do 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 do. She's just singing to herself.
Got her dog.
Yeah. She's gone now.
Yeah, I bet Larry Cohen, who wrote and directed this film, had to pull some strings to get that room too.
Yeah. Well, they had to use it for something. I'm surprised it was still built after a year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I guess in some scenes, the foam was made of blended fish bones, and I guess
I read that. Who the hell came up? Like, how does that make any like? Who is like, we got to make this foam? What makes really good foam? Fish bones.
Yeah. Why would you even think of that?
I have no idea. I guess the fish. I don't know. It made it more chunky, or I don't know, more alive.
That makes no sense.
It was It was punishment for the actors.
I guess it. Yeah.
I mean, that's not what it was always made out of, right?
No. There was other shots such as the where did it say there was ice cream used actually? So yeah, Haagen-Dazs ice cream, yogurt, and for one scene, the enormous avalanche-like effect of the stuff crashing through the wall was fire extinguishing foam.
I did wonder how they shot that, because they do have guys getting crushed by the wall and the stuff coming out. They must have superimposed, because it seemed to me like most of the stuff flowing through things or crashing through walls was all on like miniatures. Mm-hmm. Is what it seemed like to me.
Super imposed.
So they would have had to like put the people in there somehow. Well, like the one I didn't really know how it looked like miniature. So in the factory, when the reporter lady or the director lady and the kid are like climbing through the bins to get away from the stuff. Mm-hmm. And it was like seeping through the floor. Like when you just saw the stuff and the bins, it looked like a miniature. But then when they're climbing through the bins, it looked real, so I don't really know how they did that. Maybe they actually had a shitload of real fire extinguishing fluid coming through there or something like that.
Looked like
foam,
thick
I should say.
taffy, like white taffy.
It's foam, Rob. I used to be a firefighter. It's not fluid.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Fire
It's
extinguishing
foam.
foam.
AFFF foam, depending. They have to use that at airports because jet fuel does not get put out by water.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's see.
Well, it should.
What was it? Aqueous film forming foam.
Oh God.
There you go.
And that's-
See, I knew 2 years of fire science technology and 2 years of firefighting would come in handy in life.
See?
Well, see, there you go. Now you're starting to reap the benefits of it.
Now you
Exactly.
can spit facts about it on the podcast. Just so much learning
Yes.
experience you had with that.
Oh, goodness sakes.
God.
Holy Moses, speaking of foam in my pants,
In my ears.
that means it's time for the horror halftime. That didn't work at all. Not
that was
one
pretty
bit.
good. That was pretty good.
I guess while I'm talking, I can't hear you, so it sounded like you didn't even say it at all.
Oh. See, that means we were right on line with each other.
All right. Well, horror halftime it is. Awesome memes. God, 2 weeks ago now we're thinking back to when we did the fog. Once again, no newcomers yet. So no official prize to be given, but I'm bestowing Horror Freak of the Week to Freddie Torres because I like the meme of Savannah holding a gun to Rob's back.
That was great, meme.
For making him actually say he actually likes a movie for once in his life.
No, we all know I do. I said I like True Grit.
Yeah, well, okay, a movie we're covering he actually liked.
Well, we should be. Why can't we cover True Grit?
Well, maybe we will on CCA someday.
Yeah, it's true. It is like 2010. It's too early.
Yeah, it'll have to be like more specific than that, like CCW, Cult Classic Westerns.
Ooh, that'd be badass.
Well, I think that goes in with, we could recover Bone Tomahawk.
Yep.
Oh man.
All the Clint Eastwood movies and God,
There were some awesome memes across the board, though. David Martin had some good ones. Lance Dale had a good one. I mean, they were all awesome memes. So remember, like I said, though, we're resetting at the new year, so you guys can all start winning again. So just keep participating. But yeah, so the fog. I don't know. That was my favorite meme. Anyone else have a favorite meme?
I like it's a lot of good ones.
I still vote for the one with Savannah just because that may or may not have happened. Yeah.
That he got that photo. That's freaking badass.
I guess just get your memes in next week. Next week's December, so we're starting with all Christmas-related horror movies. And you know what? I should make a post in the group, or someone should, or you guys should just post about it. I thought David Martin had a list somewhere. I don't know. We need like a list of Christmas horror movies you guys want us to do, because we've done like the big main ones over the last couple of years, like Black Christmas and Silent Night, Deadly Night, and Krampus and all that. I do sort of want to do Santa's Sleigh because that looked pretty hilarious. I know it's maybe not a classic, but it looks hilarious. So that's going to be one for me I want to do. But yeah, you guys should post, make a post, and maybe Rob, you can make a post saying comment all the Christmas horror you know of, so we can pick and choose what we want to cover.
Mm-hmm. Hell yes.
So I expect that post to be made before we're done recording this episode.
I'm right on it, man. I'm tuned in.
So get your memes in next week. No, good. Well, we will be covering a Christmas movie, but obviously get your memes in for the stuff next week.
Yes,
and you can be.
There'll be a lot of semen related memes.
The stuff. Yes. Oh, there has to be some good ones.
You can be the horror freak of the week.
Hey, just to break it, I see one here by Damon Williams. He's won before, right?
Yeah. Good old Damon Williams.
I like his. That was a good one too. Anyways,
all right, that concludes The horror halftime. All right.
The stuff didn't really make any noise when it was swifting through the streets and hotel rooms and whatnot.
No, it didn't.
Just flowed perfectly.
I want to know who leaves the top of a tanker truck open for that kid to jump into. Like, I don't.
Why?
It's just open. It's just sitting there open.
Yeah. They got to air it out maybe because it stunk.
And were those kids brothers? Because they looked exactly the same.
They were brothers.
They're in real life?
No, I don't know.
They looked exactly the same. No joke. They both had like vampire eyes.
Yeah. That's what Liz
they did.
watched with me, and she said the same thing.
Yeah.
Scott Bloom is Jason. That's what his name is, but I don't see a Bloom anywhere here next to his brother's name.
I guess it's those Italians. They all look the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. All that racial profiling right there. We don't want to upset Carmelo.
I know you already got some flack for saying nothing good comes out of Italy.
Well, yeah, he took offense to that.
We're gonna have to talk to him about that in a couple hours.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, he is. You know, I'm fairly certain that he's got mob relatives somewhere.
You're already on the list.
He's got that Italian, or that accent.
If we don't hear from Rob next week, he's been hit.
Yeah, if you don't hear from me next week, I've either died of my back, like my back's finally killed me, or Carmelo has sent somebody after me.
Rob is sleeping with the fishes.
Yeah.
That's right.
With the
leave the gun, take the cannolis.
He's gonna wake up with a horse head in his bed.
Oh man, I wish.
Yep.
Those of you that don't know need to catch, once again, Cult Classic Action with, we have another host, Carmelo Chimera, who joins us on that and rounds out the hosting lineup. It's pretty funny. And he's very Italian and sounds exactly like Joe Pesci, although he does not look like that at all.
He looks nothing like Joe Pesci.
I'm very confused. I cannot listen to him. I can't listen to his voice and see him in my mind at the same time. They just don't go together. It just doesn't work. Yeah, it just doesn't work. So, anyways, so top of tanker truck just open. The kid jumps in, and
I guess he hid him there because the guy was coming.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense that it was open. That's all. That's all I'm trying to say.
No,
and then they're at
a lot of this movie did not make sense.
And then they're at the.
And then Mo hears him.
And what?
And then Mo hears him. He goes and hears the tanker truck and steals the truck.
And here they are at the quarry, the pit that has all the stuff bubbling out of it. And they get there, and him and the director lady are up on the ridge, spying down, and he's like, we have to get this to the people, or let the people know, about this. And she's like, how are we going to prove it to everybody? And, he was carrying a camera with him the whole time in the factory. And I wanted to be like, it was like in a comedy where you both say the same thing at once, but you don't say the same thing, Like, I was about to say right after she said, how are we going to prove it to everyone? I want to be like, we take a picture with this camera. But he's like, we steal one of those trucks. I was like, what?
Why would you steal it?
I was like, what? What?
The reason that line was said is because he had to somehow get the kid back, I bet.
Yeah, why? Well, just take a fucking picture.
Yeah.
What the hell?
It had to make the story move on more,
We steal one of those trucks. And then he goes down there by himself with like 5 machine guns against 38 people. Oh wait, wrong movie again. Sorry.
Damn it! Yeah. I know.
But there was probably 38 people down there, but he stole one of the yellow suits.
Yeah, sneaking around. He did. It was one of these where he's supposed to be a badass, but anytime you see him beating people up, they just did not have the budget for any kind of training or a fight choreographer.
Oh, that's because they had to hide him beating him up.
So the first time I noticed it is when they're running after him and they get in that boat, and they like row off real quick. Him and Chocolate Chip Charlie. Was it Charlie or maybe it was Charlie.
Yeah.
He like turns around to like kick one of the guys, and it's just this like saddest, just shitty dad kick I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was not good.
Like, okay, and then like
It's better moves.
like one other time when he's driving the truck and he punches the guy out of the window, he's just like flicks his hand over there.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, great.
I like how he goes behind the truck. He just walks out with a yellow jumpsuit on.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like it was 2 seconds. Like he couldn't even have changed that quick.
Well, he had the jumpsuit on already.
But it just looks like something out of like a Scooby Doo cartoon. Just like,
and he didn't
I'm like-
wear the hat. The hat was the thing that was differentiating him from everyone else. He took
Why
the
didn't he
dude's
put it-
helmet and he didn't put it on.
Just hung it on the hood of the truck.
This is not. He needs to take sneaking around lessons from Tom Atkins.
Yeah. Or Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, well, mainly Atkins sneaking into the cyborg
Colonel
factory.
Cochran.
Yes. In Halloween 3.
Yes. So, and then I don't know if you noticed this too. All like 89 or 93% of whenever anyone's driving is definitely on a soundstage. They're not in a car,
Oh
Yeah.
no!
or they're in a parked car, like in a black room.
And then the car shaking back and forth.
Yeah, then it switches to the outside of the car. You can't see anybody. It switches back to them on the soundstage.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, how hard could it have been just to have him driving?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. This movie was not thought through very well.
No. And then who the fuck is this general? Just some random guy with an army and a castle? Who the fuck is this guy? Are they still working for the military?
Paul Sorvino.
Yeah, Paul Sorvino was a good cameo in this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, he did a good job, but I mean,
Spears.
who is this? Where did this character come from? What is he
Yeah.
doing?
He came out of nowhere.
Is he?
I guess
Are they still an army outpost? Is that what's going on? But it's like his own thing. He doesn't answer to anybody.
He's Paul Sorvino. He doesn't have to answer.
from
to anybody.
Goodfellas and tons of other movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a retired like soldier that leads the militia. I guess he just has his militia.
So it's a militia. So I just find it hard to believe that a retired colonel or general, whatever he is, would still have power over like 50 soldiers. Like they would still listen to him and act like an army, even though it's not for real.
He was a very honored United States Army colonel that people respected, and he just, everyone just did what he said, and he had his own like military base still.
All right. I wonder where the money comes from. That's what I want to know.
It's all that ice cream money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Ice cream money. That makes sense now. Okay.
So then all he had to do was get on the radio and tell the people to stop eating the stuff, and then
Everyone,
were like,
everyone instantly believed them.
stop.
Yeah, everyone instantly got over their massive addiction.
I know.
Yeah.
It was like
oh yeah, cool, we're good.
it was like all the kid had to do was turn to his parents and say, "No, stop eating that. It's bad." And then they would have gone. They would have like shook their heads and gone, "Whoa, what happened? I'm never touching this again." Yeah, there was definitely something missing there.
Yeah, and then they were all like hailed heroes
It
at
was,
the end. It's like, what the?
it was like they ran out of budget. And like, we got to wrap this thing up like right now.
Yeah,
I want to create a vape juice that's just called The Stuff, with the same branding, because it was a funny, very 80s. You just like this weird little cardboard like carton, and nobody even said like what it tastes like or anything. They're just like, it's The Stuff. You're like,
sweet.
it's
That's
just so strange.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apparently, this movie was a lot longer, and they had to cut it down to increase the pace of the film. So I think there was a lot of stuff missing.
Wow.
I mean, there's to be more like
Stuff.
romantic scenes. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff missing. Everyone has to eat shaving cream once in a while.
God,
Is that safe?
I threw up. No, it's not safe at all.
That kid ate shaving cream. Does that even work?
I guess you can eat.
Do you
I guess
not
it
get
gets
sick
out
and
pretty
vomit
good.
instantly? I don't know. Maybe it's not harmful because it's near your mouth anyways. I don't know.
Yeah, he pukes in his car. That's what you're about to say, huh, Rob?
Yeah, I threw up in your car. I know. Like,
He doesn't care at all. He's like, I know.
Everyone-
He's like, I know, man.
I'm sorry, I ate shaving cream.
It's
Everyone
cool.
has to eat shaving cream once in a while.
You want to open
Do
the
they?
window? He's
Do
like,
they really?
yeah, everyone eats shaving cream once in a while.
Why? No, they don't. No, they do not.
As he's like bouncing around. I picture him like Ace Ventura when he's bouncing around, but he's not even on a bumpy road.
Yeah.
He's like, the steering wheel looks like it's moving the way it shouldn't. You're like, okay.
I gotta watch Ace Ventura again.
Yeah, when nature calls.
When he's bouncing around in his Chevy Blazer going down that hill. Oh wait, wrong.
Wrong movie.
Damn it!
There's no way.
When he escapes the moving airplane.
There's no way he could control that without power steering. That thing would.
I know.
There's no way.
No, he could. I mean, because he carried a tree out by himself.
And why are there no brakes? They didn't unless they cut the brake line. Maybe they cut the brake.
Well, no,
line.
there's no power brakes.
Yeah, well, but there's still brakes.
I mean, yeah, but they're not very good.
If you guys want to hear more about this, just subscribe to our Patreon.
Yeah, we can't talk about it as bad as I honestly want to talk about Commando right now. God damn.
Oh my god.
So
No.
that's all I got for the stuff, honestly. That
No
movie was-
chance.
Apparently, when the people smell like the fish bones, there's a river nearby where they shot most of the scenes, so they all just bathed in the river after they stunk of fish bones.
Sounds like a hippie commune to me.
Yeah, I don't even know what the budget was for this. Let's see. Oh yeah, 1.7 million.
Holy shit. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was actually made the same year Commando was made, 1985.
All right.
Shots.
We're going to be covering Commando soon.
Yes.
Arsenio Hall was considered for the role of Chocolate Chip Charlie. Fun fact.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty cool.
That was so fun. God damn. Yeah, that's all I got on the stuff too. Yeah, it was.
So what is this?
One of the things, just one more thing. One of the things that was weird, like after, for some reason, the kid and Nicole, they go in on the ambush of the stuff factory. I don't know why they're there, and then they get out of the factory. They take over. Everything's good to go. And then the Colonel's arm is around Nicole now, and he's like holding her shoes. And now he has a thing for her or something.
Oh yeah, he's trying to mac on her the whole time.
Yeah. And it just was so weird because then you saw Mo like give him the look like, that's my woman. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I don't know.
And obviously, I don't know if you guys noticed when everyone's going on like outrage, lighting the stuff on fire and putting it in a pile and making a big bonfire, and then they blow up the stuff store and it's right next to a KFC and a McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
Is that it? Is that all you had?
The whole ending was weird though when they make the CEOs of the stuff eat it to like suffer, and then it just ends with
it was
like
weird, abrupt ending. Yeah.
with like a black market like drug deal going on with them, like I don't know. Yeah.
It was weird. That just reminded me of Scotty telling that story. Just reminded me of Chris Farley show on SNL.
You know that one time.
One time where they piled up all the stuff and they burned it.
Well, you asked
and then they blew up a store and it was between a McDonald's and a Wendy's. Yeah, that was awesome.
I went down my notes in like rapid fire because you said, did I have any more left? I read it like word for word. My notes. I had to put out what I thought. I just had to do it.
Well, you did good.
You did, yes, yeah, Chris. That was
Thank
awesome.
That was awesome.
You didn't really die, did you? Whatever. I don't know. I don't even know what he says all the time. All right. Well, the stuff. It was nostalgic. Had some good things in it, but overall, yeah, a little bit of a letdown. Yeah. I want to see the 2-hour version.
It was a good idea.
So, anyways, yeah. Moving on to our last segment.
Yeah. Yep. What did you watch? You were waiting for me, weren't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I finished Haunting of Hill House series.
Ooh.
Did you cry?
No, I didn't cry.
I cried.
Why would you cry?
The ending. It just touched me.
What? Just because they're like some of them are back together
we all
again?
cried, Danny. I cried when the deer died. Rob
But why would you cry at the end? I mean, without giving
Because of what the dad did and all that. It was so touching.
Yeah, we're not giving anything away.
Okay.
Yeah, I just thought the whole last episode, the whole ending, it was good. I think the series was good. It ended fine. It just the ending got a little bit too like otherworldly and cheesy for me.
They could have made that show like 2 episodes shorter. It probably would have been better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And
so it doesn't lead up to another season?
No.
It better not.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know what else you could do with it. I guess, yeah, no. It's sort of weird because, I don't know. You just have to watch it. I don't know.
That's what I watched this week too. I've watched 3 episodes so far, so it's pretty good so far.
Yeah, it just is a little less scary than I wanted it to be. Like the scares and the visuals are okay, but they're just not like top notch.
No.
I think the story's pretty good though.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah. And goddamn, I know I don't like older women, but that Gugino, whatever her first name is.
Oh yeah.
I would just bang the shit out of her.
Gugino.
Yeah, she's the wife in the Younger Days that dies.
Oh yeah. Oh God, yeah.
God. Yeah, she's so swarthy.
Oh,
she's so young.
She's like 50 or 40 something. I think she's 50. I looked it up.
Oh really? Right now she is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. She's smoking hot. She's been in a lot of movies though.
Yeah.
What's her actual real name?
Well, her last name's Gugino. I don't know what her first name. I forgot what her first name is.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up while you guys are going. Oh yeah, Carla Gugino.
Carla Gugino. Yeah. Whew.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but. Oh.
Yeah, she is. She's smoking hot. All the sisters are, I think. Besides the one that's in Twilight's okay.
Which one's in Twilight?
The oldest sister.
Oh yeah, she is. Shannon said that. I didn't. Yeah, she's not that good. She's the lesbian one's the hottest, and she's from. I didn't even realize it, but she was in Hush, that one where she's deaf. She has that stalker. Yeah. That was pretty good. But yeah,
Elizabeth Reeser. I think that's what her name is in Twilight.
Okay.
And Michael Hussman, who's in Game of Thrones, plays the main guy.
Yeah,
actually.
Very different character in this one than Game of Thrones. You know who I thought was a really good actor was the drug addict brother. I thought he was really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was very good.
I think he did the best acting job on the whole show. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought he was good. Yeah. But anyway, so I watched that.
It's a good show. It's a good show so far.
Did I watch another horror movie? I don't think. Nope. I watched Skyscraper.
Yeah.
With The Rock.
How was that?
It was good. It was good. There are a lot of the goddamn heights just freak me out. So there's a lot of even though he's on like a green screen just doing some shit, but it still makes you on edge. It is a little dumb how Neve Campbell's in it, and she's not quite as hot. She's just not what she used to be. But it's just so dumb that like he's doing all this. She gets out of the building first, and then she's like with the police the whole time. Like they let her go everywhere with them and be in on their surveillance and stuff. I'm like, she would be like they would never let her in the situation van. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying with this kid that was in the stuff. There was no way they'd let him go.
Yeah, so that was the biggest problem I had with Skyscraper. But anyways, and I watched Greatest Showman too. This is because I had to watch both of these with family while we were up in Breckenridge. So
I watched a kind of a horror movie theater play, Jekyll and Hyde, with you.
That's
There's a lot of killing in it.
That's true.
The musical Jekyll and Hyde.
That's right. Rob, what'd you watch?
Well, I watching Commando.
Of course,
it's really good.
Too. I watched that too.
It's on pause.
But that's really honestly it. I've been friggin' laid up, and there hasn't been much good horror movies on Netflix or anything that's kind of piqued my interest.
Yeah,
and I've just been in and out of consciousness with the medicine. So
nice.
No, I haven't. I haven't really watched anything yet. There's a couple of things on my list, but I just hadn't gotten to them.
Yeah. Oh, I have tons on my list. God.
Yeah, same with me. I got a whole bunch, and then I never watch them. Like something new will come out, and I'll watch it instead of what I should have. Not clearing out my list.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go see that the Possession of Hannah Grace in theaters.
That looks good.
It's coming out this weekend, I think.
I'll have to check. Yeah, it does look pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. That's the stuff. Send us. Rob probably posted it already. Just get on there and let us know what Christmas movies you want us to cover. We're definitely doing Santa's Slate, so I want to watch it. I watched Daddy's Home too. That was fucking hilarious.
Oh, I want to see that because of Mel Gibson.
It was awesome.
Too.
It was hilarious.
Ditto, Rob.
I love it. Anyways, so yeah, get on the post in the group. Let us know what you want to see. Follow us at Danny Bone and at Scotty Bone and at O'Neilio 4 O's at Cult Classic Horror on everything except at CCH on Twitter. If you want to support what we're doing and get awesome episodes of Cult Classic Action, go to patreon.com/cultclassichorror and subscribe, or go to our website cultclassichorror.com and click on support us on the upper right there and become a patron. Cool. That's that.
Cool, guys.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next week.
Love you guys.
Later.
Don't you blame the movies. Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.